Hello and welcome to today's Wild Hearthstone deck tech and gameplay video on Silverhand Paladin. Silverhand Paladin is basically is a deck that revolves around using your hero power and summoning as many Silverhand recruits as possible, also buffing them where we can to make them as best as they can be. To do that, we have cards like Stewart the Steward, Warhorse Trainer, Justicar Trueheart, Lothraxian, which I believe you pronounce it, and even cards like Pursuit of Justice, all of which are cards that are basically there to buff up our Silver Hand recruits that we summon from our hero power and make them as strong as we can, as well as sort of cards that indirectly kind of buff them. Cards like Funkfin, Ametis, as well as just, the strength of the cards themselves, are cards like Tour Guide or Air Raid, which are also Silver Hand cards, but don't buff them directly, but more so make our hero power better or give us extra uses of said hero power. Beyond that, we have cards like Uther's Gift, Hi-Ho Silverwing, Sing-Along Buddy, just other sort of generically good glue cards to try and get this deck to be as good as I can manage. And I say that very particularly. Silverhand, let me go back a step. When I, by some miracle, happen to get Lothraxian, as well as Stewart the Steward, both of these cards, when they came out, were cards that really made me want to try a Silverhand recruit deck, thinking that they would be really strong cards and really help the archetype to sort of work. And while if you didn't have these cards, you couldn't play a Silverhand recruit deck. And they do make the deck better. But honestly, I don't think the deck is any better than a meme. I don't think that in Wild anymore, just hero powering a bunch of really small dudes is enough to really see any significant amount of play. And yes, I know, before anybody might say that, yes, there are other Silverhand cards that you can play. I don't think any one of them are gonna be the thing you need to push Silverhand recruit Paladin over the top. It's just, I don't think there's any way that you can make this anything beyond a meme. Now, do I still have fun with the list? Yes. Can you have fun with the list? Yes. I haven't even been able to get to gold with a win bonus from getting to platinum or whatever the rank below legend. That win bonus, even with that, I could not get Silverhand recruit Paladin to even get to gold in the middle ground with the win bonus. So if that's anything to go off of, save your dust. Don't, burn what dust you don't have on a deck unless you're comfortable with the deck being fun but not good. All that out of the way, we'll go on now to game number 1. And game number 1 with our little Silverhand Paladin. And honestly, this is a perfectly acceptable opening hand. A curve and things to do. And Rogue is a great, that helps too. It's a good indicator of another reason why this deck can really struggle is the hero power you're summoning, even when upgraded with a Justicar Trueheart or other means, it's still just summoning 1/1s that die in a stiff breeze. Guess we'll go ahead and play the buddy here. Save up for a couple of dudes a turn. But yeah, even when you're doing that and even when you're doing the thing you want to do, the fact that what you're trying to do until you get the Divine Shield Lothraxian dude, like, it dies to so much, and like a good chunk of hero powers in the game kill it, and it dies to almost any removal known to man. It's just not a great look, if we're being honest. In the meantime, reinforce, play a tour guide, try and go over the top since our opponent doesn't appear to be doing a whole lot in terms of aggression. Bleh. I mean, I guess Fan and Knives is an option. That's cool. Getting rid of my dudes, which is fine. In the meantime, play a Warhorse Trainer, free Reinforce, and again, just try and go face. That's all we can really hope to do is be somewhat aggressive, especially against a Burgle deck, which is already a very unknown kind of problem, for lack of a better word, since they can generate anything. It's very hard to, make a coherent battle plan, if you will. Hi, Carmel. Oh, good. You took my silver hand card. That's nice. Somehow think we'll have to be okay with it. Play a Warhorse Trainer. And we'll play a Silver Wing just so we can, like, draw, get some more fuel. We will trade one of these. But on the whole, again, just try and go face. Keep on applying the pressure. Okay, Wand Thieves. Okay, that secret's a little more concerning. But if it was a Flame Ward, I don't think you would... Yeah, I don't think you'd clear my board as much. Silverwing first? Oh, Vaporize. Okay, we made an okay call there. Draw a spell. Of course, Pursuit of Justice. Guess we'll play a Banana Man. Yeah, we'll do Pursuit of Justice. Might as well. We're never going to get back... There's no mechanical way to get back the second copy that our opponent now has in their hand. But it's also not going to do a whole lot for them. And that was another thing I was concerned of. That I should have talked about earlier when I talked about Burgle Rogue being like such an unknown by the nature of, Burgle. Not only can you not make a whole lot of plans against it, but a single Spectral Cutlass will eventually just run you down. You can't really do that much into it now, since with all of the lifesteal they're going to have, it's going to be very hard to have any of our aggression stick, is I think what I'm trying to say. Very clumsily, admittedly. In the meantime, still try and go face. I see no reason to clear a nearly non-existent board. Running out of gas a little bit, which isn't great. There's an argument to be made that you could... Well, the deck has enough card draw, we just haven't drawn it. But I know some people will see this one game and be like, what about this? You could run a Divine Favor in a situation like this. And that would work. That almost certainly closes out the game. But a lot of times a Divine Favor doesn't, it's never going to get you the nut draw you think it's going to get. We'll keep applying pressure. We're going to try and make this game happen, but it's looking really rough with a... That's fine. With a sufficiently large Spectral Cutlass that's going to heal for 6. I mean, we're doing work, I guess. But, a lot of it's just going to go away. Okay, yeah, no. We're actually dead. They're... Not only with the big Spectral Cutlass, and with all the Reno cards, and with whatever they could generate from burgling, for lack of a better term, the game is very, very much over. Again, and this is a good example of, I want the deck to work. I really do. And you can have fun with it, again, like we talked about, but man, it's just, no matter how hard you try, it's just never quite there. But anywho, with all that out of the way, we'll go on now to game number 2. And game number 2 with our Silverhand Paladin. Hi, Karma. Have you come to encourage the dad with little tiny baby girl pets? Yeah. Again, we're looking for a curve. Honestly, not that bad. And we'll actually keep a Miniset because it's card draw. And if they're like maybe some like big Shaman thing, we can always make their board small again. But Corrupt the Waters tends to lean towards the absurd. Well, this is, it's just kind of par for the course. In the meantime, we'll try. One thing that is going in our favor, though, if they are going towards the more absurd Corrupt the Waters Battlecry stuff, Hi-Ho Silverwing, those decks tend to take a while to sort of like do the thing. So with any luck, we can actually like develop a board and try and show the deck kind of working a little bit. Unless it's asteroids. Okay, so then we're just scared about the critical mass of things. Gonna play a Banana Man while we have a buttload of cards in hand. I'll actually coin for that. This is one of those, if they get a buttload of asteroids, it's all just a kind of an RNG game of if they draw said asteroids or not. Of course, hi Caramel. Cold storage, that is a good one. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember what I was going to say. It's all a game of if they draw them, although there are ways both in Shaman and in neutral cards to like sort of force the draw of the asteroids, which could be rough. In the meantime, play dudes, hit face. Let's see. Next turn would be Incindrus or whatever the elemental flame dude is, who myself I have also used that card. That's next turn. Primordial Wave. I mean, okay. Okay, yeah, alright, that's fine. And your Starship? Okay. Okay. Part of me wants to say you're just like also gonna run Battle Cries because why not? Or not Battle Cries. You're also gonna run Reno in your Battle Cries because why not? Oh, how BM not even healing yourself with said healing spell. It doesn't have to target Lyra. I guess Grillmaster to replace itself and a Protector. Yeah, we'll just try. Just gotta keep on chugging. Yeah, that Primordial Wave seems like one of those weird cards you'd run if you were like trying to, avoid running a second copy of Devolve. I weirdly think we're kind of okay though. That's cool. I mean, well, okay is a strong word, but we're like fine. You know? Okay, what are we doing here? Ponate. I don't know what you'd hit. That's not a bad one. Lotharaxian's not only a big dude, but it does, again, start to buff up the hero power. I'm feeling kind of okay. Lotharaxian is also like a respectable body, if nothing else. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about now. The Death Head's cultist might seem a little weird, but that was more of a sacrifice to the fact that the deck would very easily get ran over by even the smallest amount of aggression. And it was just, a card I needed to run to, like, not die as often while we're trying to, like, slowly assemble this, like, board of dudes. Gosh. I love when their Shaman deck turns into an Inner Fire Priest. Oh, well. I mean, good on him. I get fucking work out of that Lyra. Being entirely honest, I don't have the greatest amount of answers to that right now. Can answer it in the deck, but like, fucking not by much. That helps. Helps a lot, actually. Okay, in the meantime, a play so we don't die. Warhorse Trainer into both copies of Air Raid. Just try and stall. Another one of those moments where the Divine Shield feels really nice. Although I will say one thing about this deck. The testing of this list... Never mind. Did we just die? Not exactly, but we're very close to it. But anywho, one thing this deck has sort of got me interested for, at least in relations to the upcoming Emerald Dream expansion, which will have already released by the time you see this video, but as of recording, it comes out in a few days. I believe there's like a... I want to say a legendary in Paladin that makes your Divine Shields take like 3 hits to break. And I think there's something like really fun in that, in like a Divine Shield list in Paladin. Another one of those like archetypes that's gotten a bunch of cards, but I don't know if it's gotten either enough critical mass of cards, let alone, you know, good Divine Shield payoff cards. Opponent is certainly doing things. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen soon, and also I got to see if I open it. But I do have the... as you saw, if you were paying close attention, as you saw in the deck tech, I do have enough to... what's it called? To craft that particular legendary. We have to immediate, otherwise we just die. I don't love not being able to play the Lyra, but this is again one of those things where if we don't do it, we just die. Into the Quillabore. I mean, if nothing else, the Miniset itself means he can't attack with Lyra if he wants to keep on doing, you know, fun priest stuff in his Shaman deck. Which, I mean, credit given to him. He's doing it. My man is putting in work. Oh, fuck off. You got 2? My god. Yeah, and it's any priest spell. God damn. I mean, okay, yeah. Hi, Bo. Just doing priest things. Yeah. I guess we could do equality and just kind of hope that they can't. I guess we could do 5, or we could do 2. Yeah, we'll do 2 3s. I guess we'll do 2 Funk Fins. Hopefully, because they both have Divine Shield, one of them will live to get rid of the Lyra. But, I mean, of course they drew an asteroid then, which is when we did not want it. Yeah, Bo. Playing with the cardboard. If you weren't so cute, I might be upset, buddy. And evolving missiles? Okay. Well, okay. I thought that was for sure gonna absolutely wreck us, but we are alive. Now, I mean, I would say for how long, because there's a lot that just kills us. Even Priest has, like, there's a couple of burn spells that I can think of, besides, like, Mind Blast and, I think it's Acupuncture is 4 to both. There goes my board. Again, we die to a whole lot. Lift off. Oh, it's any spell. What? Oh, wow, it's any spell you get. My god. It's almost like that's a different class or something. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I really draw to, like, it's gonna... Well, we could heal, I guess. That's not entirely true. You live a little bit there. Not for long. I guess we could do Justicar, do a sing-along buddy, summon a big board of dudes, and just hope our opponent doesn't have what they need to kill us. Their Lyra shenanigans did sort of, in theory anyway, buy us an extra turn, so I'm going to try and take it. That's cool. Thorazan is certainly a card. We're like, what, Bo? Little man. I'm busy, otherwise I'd hang out with you, I promise. What? Okay, gotta go check on your buddy. On your bubby. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it is Reno, but like, if I were a betting man, I'd bet $1 that it's a Reno list, on top of all the other stuff he's doing. Although he's playing more of a Lyra deck now, at this stage. And to be fair, I mean, how often are you going to get to do that in Shaman? So really, I can't super blame the dude. Really doesn't? Okay. So there, that helps. Play a cultist, play a steward. I guess we just start cleaning up the board here. And again, now we'll just go face with Justicar. I wouldn't go so far as to say we've won the game or anything, but we are still in the game, when I didn't think I would be normally. And now, no more Lyra means he does have to sort of go back to his battle cry deck thing that he has been largely ignoring for like several turns now. I would love to get a vacation planning, even if I can't. Well, there's that. Well, it gets rid of his board too. Even if it, well, I was gonna say even if I couldn't summon the dudes from it, but I clearly can now. I'm feeling kind of good. I think it's a Valkyrie or Banshee. There are 2 Banshees and an Arp. Pardon? Destroy 3 of your mana crystals. Give all minions in your deck +2/+2. Hey, I got vacation planning. Offer it. Pretty good time to draw that. Oh, all day. We'll actually do a Silverhand Recruit and just save the Warhorse Trainer to next turn. Because I'd be very surprised if they do nothing to answer our board. Or, well, to at least try and answer it. Whether they do or not is a separate story. But whatever lives after they have played whatever answer they probably will, I can then buff with the Warhorse Trainer and actually apply pressure that way. Devolving Missiles is fine, just don't hit, don't hit the Steward one. Then we are largely happy. I mean, cool. I'll take more cards. I mean, yeah, I know I've drawn more of my deck than they have. That's fair. And we're still feeling, like, kind of okay. I mean, the Devolving Missiles isn't great. And there goes the Steward, so there goes that as an option. Although, to be fair, you can't really... Shaman already doesn't see a whole lot of play if it isn't like some Corrupt the Waters shenanigans. You can't also then expect... Because Devolving Missiles really doesn't see play, let alone whatever the Primordial Wave thing is. That also doesn't see play. Anywho, with the rest of that... Guess we'll do Banana Man. I think I'm actually gonna consecrate this board. I know it seems really odd, but I have a little bit of wiggle room and I'm not gonna throw it away. Again, just apply pressure. If they have whatever Reno they might have been sitting on forever, then they just have it. Either OG or Lone Ranger. At this point, you know, just gotta make them have it. That'll probably get, on average, we'll get rid of a couple dudes and get them some armor, which is fine. I mean, I guess maybe they're like gonna have like, I mean, they already have the double, what's it called? The double hero power thing. I'm sorry. Oh, Turbulus. What was that? Each card you played last turn. Okay. To be honest, you kind of can't devolve my board much more than you already have. The fact that they're running Sasquatch does make me feel better about their deck. It might actually, like, give us, like, an option here. Granted, I can't do the silver hand recruit part of this, but I can make some things happen otherwise. I guess we'll do trade into you, guess, yeah, air raid to get a couple guys. And honestly, I'm just gonna go face. It's one of those that those two silver hand recruits alone are enough to like really slow down their board. And again, just trying to make them use whatever they have. If they got whatever Reno or Zephyrus or whatever answer, then they got it. But if not, we can apply some pressure in the meantime. Feeling good, though. I mean, that's not great. Unfortunately, the vacation planning is kind of a dead card now, even if it does summon me a respectable board. We're in some trouble. That's fine. I think he only has like a couple more asteroids, unless I'm mistaken. Yep. Oh god, it's gonna be forever. Okay, that makes me feel better. I don't think they hit any more asteroids. There's two cards that are kind of dead. Although the Grill Master isn't dead, it doesn't actually... as far as I'm aware, if it says draw your lowest cost card and I don't have any cards in the deck, then it'll just fizzle and not do anything. Same thing with the draw. Right? Yeah, even more reason to, like, apply pressure. This ancient totem is that's fucking me up. I can't, like, get rid of it nor even buff it to help me out in that regard. I guess air raid, Warhorse Trainer, and again, just apply pressure. The game is largely over. With all the cold light oracles, they made me draw way more, so I, like, went to fatigue far faster than I normally would. Although, that being said, I mean, he can clear some of our board, but if he does nothing... Wow, okay, Brucon closes it out. I was going to say, if he does nothing, like, we have a respectable board, but a Brucon answers that. And he heals... Doesn't he do the... okay, so it doesn't do the other... Okay, my brain... I thought that... Because I think there are 4 invocations, and you can't choose the same one more than once. I thought it would go down the line of all 4, but it, like, picks 2 and then starts again and does another 4 options. Okay. That's interesting, though, for Brucon. I don't have that card, but it seems like fun. But anywho, like I talked about in the deck tech... Man, oh man, do I want Silverhand Paladin to be good. It's just too slow. And even when it does what it's trying to do is no longer anything above a meme. So this is going to be one of those rare decks where I say you probably shouldn't play this at home. Let me burn my wild cards and my dust. Or not wild cards, dust. Wild cards is magic. Let me burn my resources so you don't have to. I would say that... You'll probably not see a list like this in a long time. But I won't say never, because I do... There is still that part of me that wants it to work. And maybe if we get, like, a buttload of new, Silverhand Recruit cards. Or I just, even if we only get a couple, and I start to run low on deck ideas, then you might see it come back. But unless something drastic happens, like the aforementioned, you probably won't see another Silverhand Recruit Paladin anytime soon. Anywho, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you like it, subscribe if you like my grab bag of content and would like to see more in the future. And if you have any sort of questions like, I don't have X, what about Y, or other generally nice and or constructive comments, I'll do what I can to respond to what I see. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.